Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Rachel and today I'm going to teach you how to use some Danessa Myricks products and why they make my life 1,000 times easier. I'm recreating a look I already did. I got a request for this, so please enjoy. So I think this was the look, but it might be just like a hair off, so like forgive me to the person who asked for this. But first I'm going to prime my eyelids with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. If you're using a like matte color fix, you can use that as a primer as well. I tried that yesterday and it didn't crease, it looked great. But this is in my project pan, so I am going to use it today. Using any of these Danessa Myricks cream color palettes, the waterproof cream colors, they will crease, but depending on the way you prime your eyelids, it depends on how badly they will crease, you know? So this is just a Morphe brush. It doesn't have a name. It came in just like a set. It all just says Morphe in bold lettering, but really any synthetic kind of brush has worked well for me in these cream color palettes. I haven't had any issues thus far. So first I'm going to go in with this really cool tone shade right here, and I'm going to kind of just blend that into my crease. So I'm just going to tap it. Like, these are pigmented. Like, I literally tapped in. Like, they have so much pigment to them, so just be careful. And then I start by tapping, and I will, you know, do the normal blending method, but first I tap. I start blending. They blend great. There's no issues. If you're not rude at the garbage truck, if you're not used to blending creams, you may have a bit of a struggle. And again, there's a garbage truck here, so like, excuse that. But really quickly, before I finish blending this, I'm going to go into the lightest shade in the palette right here. This, I'm going to flip the brush so the darkest part is on this side, and then we've got a little bit of a cleaner side right here. And I'm going to dip it into this lightest color, which is also one of my favorite lip colors, FYI. And I'm just going to tap over the top of this and start blending it. And that lightens the color enough where it's not like scary amount of pigmented, and you can blend it a little bit easier. And then for my outer corner, I'm going to use the deepest shade right here. It's like a really pretty kind of red toned color. So I'm going to dip in that a little bit and start tapping that on the outer corner as well. These, if you want depth, you're going to get depth. So that's the good thing about these. You can kind of tap your brush off on like a paper towel or a normal towel, whatever you have lying around, to make it a little bit easier. But I'm just going to tap on there. Boop, 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 boop. For like an everyday look, these are fire flame. I just don't really do everyday makeup. We got a request for that as a video idea, which we can definitely do, but it's like, I'm kind of all or nothing when it comes to makeup. So yeah, and then I'm just going in with my finger to blend the sides of it. I think your finger is one of the best tools when dealing with creams. It is really, really low on this side, but it is a cream, so you can just wipe it right up. Or you can just take a wipe and clean it up later. I just kind of, since I don't do my base first, I just kind of go everywhere and then deal with the cleanup process afterwards. Ooh, the lighting changed. So that literally took me like 30 seconds. That took no time at all, and if you're not talking, not making a tutorial out of it, it'll take you no time at all as well. So that already gives us a really nice base for eyeshadow. You can leave it like this, but I don't love the look of like the really, really creasy eyelids, and so to kind of avoid that, to counteract that, I do have to set it with a powder. So I just start with a normal eyeshadow. Okay, so anyway, I used my Project Pan eyeshadow palette, but I may have used a different shade in this inner corner. So once I do this eye, I might add another shade here to figure it out. But I'm pretty close to what I did. I know that. So first, I just took a pencil brush. Now, where did I put said pencil brush? Okay, so first I took a pencil brush and I used the white in my palette. This one's from the Lunar Beauty Life's a Drag palette, but you can use any white you have. I'm just panning this one. And this is a Real Techniques 328 brush. It's like a pencil brush. It's nice. And I basically just put it right in my inner corner here. And I brought it up like this. I have a very specific way I like my kind of inner area to look. And this kind of curved, really bright area right here is the way I like it. So I did that, and then I went in with this light purple here. This is Violet Voss Bikini from the, what palette is it? Violet Voss. On the Flamingo palette? Is that right? I might have to look. I'll correct myself on screen. Apparently I'm going through it today. Anyway, so I put that on the same brush and I blended this over top to give me that purple. And you can spray it if you want it to be more shimmery, but the other shade I'm going in with next has a lot of sparkle to it, so I'm not like all too worried about this. I just packed this on here and blended it through. And then this is just a Unicorn Cosmetics fluffy brush. I went in with this shade, and this shade is from the ColourPop, the purple palette, the It's My Pleasure palette, I believe. And I just took this fluffy brush and I fluffed it everywhere. So let me do that. Just took it and I fluffed it through the purple as well and onto the lid. If you like something more precise, you can do it that way, but I like the look of like blown out shimmer. So I'm gonna continue blowing out my shimmers. And this shade has like the glossiest kind of effect to it. I ran that over my brow bone. I do everything but bring it into the outer corner, basically. Then I went in with a Real Techniques base shadow brush. These brushes are really good for the creams as well. And I took the dark purple. I believe this is from the It's My Pleasure palette as well. And I put that, just lightly fluffed it onto my outer corner to make sure that I had something setting those colors. But you definitely don't have to set them if you don't want. It's just my personal preference and the way that I do makeup. So I just popped that right on top and blended it like that. And I just kind of fluffed it really intensely. And then it's really messy right here, so you can just clean that up with your finger or with foundation. Really up to you how you do it. But a lot of times I'll just take my finger and tap around it to diffuse it, and then when I go in with foundation, concealer and stuff, it'll blend itself out. But if you're using just the creams, I would recommend just using concealer to blend it out, so it'll be really pretty and diffused. But that's how I did the upper eyes. I'm gonna go do my base off camera because that's not really what this is about. It's really just about showing how easy these Danessa Myricks products make doing your makeup, and very easy, I would say. So just a second. Okay, so I did my base off camera. I did like a no foundation look because it just, to me, makes sense with how easy the eyes are. And then again, it's gonna be super easy. I'm just gonna take the cream brush I used with the dark brown shade and run it on my lower lash line, or with the dark purple shade. It's gonna smudge out a little kind of crazy because I don't set my base. So I'm just gonna kind of use my finger to make sure that doesn't look too insane. Take that shade, or that fluffy brush we used the shimmer shades on, and go like that. Ta-da! And lastly, I'm just gonna do a bright red inner corner. So I'm gonna take that same pencil brush. I just wiped it off on my pants. So it should be pretty much all white, maybe a hint of purple, it'll be okay. And I'm just going to pop that right in here. Ta-da! Completed look. Sorry if my hands are white. So I got a new tattoo that goes on my hands, so I can't tan my hands, and this tanner hasn't fully faded yet. Plus I've been out in the sun because it's been like 80 degrees this week. It's been delightful. Anyway, so that's the finished eye look. It's super, super easy, super, super pretty. You will have some creasing, but it's relatively minor, honestly, for somebody that has very, very, very oily eyelids. It's not that bad. I really like it. I feel like having that base color to work with just makes putting shadows on top super easy because you don't have to worry about the blend so much. You just kind of like set them with the eyeshadow basically. You're just like boop, boop, boop. So overall, the eye look maximum took me like 3 minutes. If I were to do it like on my own time, it would take me 3 or 4 minutes, which is incredibly fast to me, for an eye look that looks a little bit more complicated. I could be wrong. I'm gonna do mascara so you guys can get the full effect. But you'll have to let me know your thoughts because I just really I really like these Danessa products. I do. They make life exceptionally easy for me. Anyway, this is the finished look. I added some very bad faux freckles and some mascara, but if you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Comment down below what you want to see next, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye!